That's the royal barge.
Do you suppose that's the king? The man under the golden canopy?
That's the prologue, sort of a prime minister. The king's right-hand man, you might say.
Do you suppose he's coming up to meet us?
No doubt of it. They'll wait until we pass them, and it'll come around our stern. And ma'am, if I may be allowed to offer you a word of warning.
What is it, Captain?
That man has power, and he can use it for you or against you.
Captain, I don't think that.
I'm just telling you, man. I think you should know.
Let's probably get closer. Mother, Prime Minister's naked.
Oh, hush, dear, hush. That's not a nice word. He's not naked. Well, he's only half.
They all cry are horrible, don't they, Mother? Father would not like us to be afraid. Would he?
No, Louis, Father would not have liked us to be afraid.
Mother, does anything I frighten you?
Sometimes.
What do you do?
I whistle.
Oh, that's why you whistle.
Yes, Louis, that is why I whistle. Whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune, so no one will suspect I'm afraid. While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune, and no one ever knows I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave and it will take you far. You may be as brave as you make believe you are. You may be as brave as you make believe you are.
Very good idea.
It is a good idea, Easington.
You know, I don't think I shall ever be afraid again.
Good.
While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune, and no one ever knows I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave, and the truth will take you far. You may be as brave as you
Clear that away. Ma'am, I wouldn't whistle. The colonel might think it disrespectful.
Was I whistling? I didn't realize.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to Siam.
He called you sir.
Hush, dear, hush.
Sir, His Excellency wishes to know, are you Lady Louis, schoolmistress of royal children?
Yes.
Have you friends in Bangkok?
No. I know no one in Bangkok at all.
Are you married, sir?
I am a widow.
What matter of man? You deceased husband.
My husband was an officer in Her Majesty's army. Tell your master his business with me is in my capacity of school teacher to the royal children, and he has no right to pry into my personal
Don't
affairs.
say that word, ma'am.
But he doesn't have yours.
I don't like that man.
In foreign countries, best you like everyone too.
Oh, Your Excellency, I had no idea you spoke English.
It is not necessary for you to know everything at once. You come with me now. The boxes will be going to the palace. Thank you.
No, not the palace. I'm not living at the palace. The king says he has promised me 20 pounds a month in a house of my own.
Kings do not always remember what you promise. If I tell them a great promise, I make angry. I think it better I make angry than about large promise.
But all I want is 10 minutes off.
Being very busy now. New Year's celebration just finished. Fireworks every night. Cremation of Lady Queen now started.
Oh, you have lost your queen. I am sorry. When did she die?
4 years ago. With the cremation ceremony comes also fireworks.
So what am I to do in the meantime?
In the meantime, you will wait. In the palace.
Your Excellency, I will teach at the palace. But I must have a house of my own where I can go at the end of the day when my duties are over.
What do you wish to do in evening that cannot be done in palace?
How dare you! I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but you do not understand. I came here to work, and I must support myself and my young son, and I shall accept nothing less than what I have been promised.
You will tell King this?
I will tell him this.
It will be very interesting. You come with me now. You come with me now, or you stay on board. I do not care.
You wish to stay on my ship and attend the scene of one then?
No, thank you, Captain. Your Excellency, I will go with you. I have made a bargain, and I shall live up to my part. But I expect a bargain to be kept on both sides. I will go with you, Your Excellency.
To the palace?
For the time being. Goodbye, Captain Northman. Thank you very much for everything. Louis, goodbye, Captain.
Goodbye.
King is pleased with you. He likes you.
The king is pleased. He is pleased with me, my lord and master. Declares he's pleased with me. What does he mean? What does he know of me? This lord and master, when he has looked at me, what has he seen? Something young, soft and slim, painted cheek, deep rainbow, smiling lips, all for him, eyes that shine just for him, so he thinks, just for him. Come on, baby, my lord and master, only they stocking me, as Lord as he has. The smile beneath my smile, he'll never see. He'll never know I love another I love Your Majesty wishes me to leave?
I will tell you when I wish you to leave. Madame Leonore. You are a school teacher?
Why, yes, Your Majesty. When may I start my work?
I will tell you when I wish you to start.
There is a matter I have to settle first, Your Majesty.
You are general plan I have for bringing to Siam what is good in Western culture. Already I have bring a printing press here. For printing.
Yes, I know.
How do you know?
Before signing our agreement, I found out all I could about your Majesty's ambitions for Siam.
Huh. This is scientific. You were pleased with your apartments in the palace.
They are quite comfortable, for the time being. But me and my young son have found it rather confining, having the Amazons guarding our doors at all times and not letting us leave our quarters.
Strangers cannot be allowed to roam around the palace before presented to king. You can look out of windows.
Yes, Your Majesty, we have done so. We have seen New Year celebrations, royal cremation ceremonies, etc., etc., etc.
Etc. What is this etc.?
According to the dictionary, it means and the rest. All the things you have been doing while we've been waiting. The fireworks.
Best fireworks I ever see funeral. How do you like my acrobats?
Splendid, Your Majesty. Best acrobats I ever see at funerals.
Have the children prepare for presentation to school teacher.
How many children have you, Your Majesty?
I have 67 altogether. But you shall not teach all of them. You shall teach only children of mothers who are in royal favor with the king, which at present is very few. Very few indeed. Lady T.A. Madam Lane Owens, this is Lady T.A. Headline.
There is a happy land far, far away, where saints in glory stand, bright, bright as day. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Ah, a missionary taught you English.
Yes, sir. Missionary.
Lady T.A., you will help Madam Lane Owens with her school teaching, and she in turn will teach you the better English. She is grateful to me for my kindness.
I see. Your Majesty, in our agreement,
You, Tupton, you already speak well English. She arrived today. She is present to me from Burma Prince.
She is a present?
Madame, you have English books I can read?
Of course I have.
I wish most to read the book called The Small House of Uncle Thomas. It's by American lady Harriet Beecher Stoner.
A woman has written a book.
A very wonderful book, Your Majesty. An American book, all about slavery and...
President Lincoln against slavery, no? Me too. Slavery is a very bad thing. I think you will teach my wives, those wives who are in royal favor.
I would be most happy to teach your wives, although that was not a part of our agreement. Speaking of our agreement, remind me that there's one matter we have to settle first about my house.
Also, I will allow you to help me in my foreign correspondence.
Yes, Your Majesty. But I don't think you understand. Your Majesty, I don't think you understand about my house.
House? House? What is this about house?
I want my house, Your Majesty, the house you promised me.
You shall live in palace, you shall teach in palace, you shall live in palace. You do not live in palace, you do not teach. And you go. Wherever you please. I do not care. You understand this?
Yes, Your Majesty, but these are the only terms on which I'm allowed to remain.
Enough! I have no time to talk. Talk to other women. My women. My wives.
Oh my goodness, what is the matter? What are they trying to do to me?
They think you wear big skirt like that because you shaved like that.
Well, look. I'm not.
They wish to know, sir, if you have children.
One little boy.
I have boy too. Crown Prince Chalfa Chulalongkorn, heir to throne. I would be happy if you would teach children.
I would love to. I came here all the way from Singapore to do so, but under these conditions.
You could be of great help to all here, sir.
Lady Tian, why do you call me sir?
Because you're scientific, not low like women.
Do you all believe women are more lowly than men? Well, I don't.
Please, sir, do not tell King. He's very angry.
King already seems to be angry. That lovely girl, he called her a present.
From Prince of Burma. I think she loved another man. If so, So she will never see other men again.
Poor child.
Oh no, sir. She is foolish child to wish for another man when she has a king.
But you can't help wishing for a man if he's the man you want.
It is strange for a school teacher to talk so romantic.
Romantic? I suppose I am. I was very much in love with my late husband, Tom.
Tom.
Once a woman has love like that, she understands all of love. And she's on their side, even if she's just a school teacher.
Pretty in face.
Oh dear, yes. It was very pretty face.
When I think of Tom, I think about a night where the earth smelt of summer and the sky was streaked with white, and the soft mist of England was sleeping on a hill. I remember this, and I always will. There are new lovers now on the same silent hill, looking at the same blue sea. And I know Tom and I are a part of them all, and they're all a part of Tom and me. Hello, young lovers, whoever you are. I hope your troubles are few. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I've been in love with you. Be brave, young lovers, and follow your star. Be brave and faithful, true. Cling very close to each other tonight. I've been in love with you. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a dress. You'll fly down the street on a chance that you'll meet, and you'll meet not really by chance. Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I belong. All of my memories are happy tonight. I've got a love of my own. I've got a love of my own, like yours. Your Majesty, this is all very interesting, but it still has not solved my problem.
Silence! You will send here to meet royal children.
Very well, Your Majesty, but we haven't got much time.
The royal princes and princesses. England very small. All people very small. No man big enough for it to be alone. No man big enough. King different. King need no one. Nobody else. I think.
Where is Mrs. Anna?
Not with us ever again. She has quarreled with the king.
How can we meet if she is not with us? Mrs. Anna was our only friend.
We cannot be seen talking like this. Anyone can come in. Pretend you wait for her.
If only we could stop her.
In the shadow, we hide from the moon. Our meetings of you and your we speak in a whisper, afraid to be heard. When people are near, we speak not a word. Alone in our secret, together beside, for one smiling day to be free. To kiss in the sunlight and say to the sky, behold and believe what you see. Behold how my brother loves me. Talk to him. When can we meet? When?
It is not possible. We cannot be alone. Not ever.
which will go for it. You wait, please, to recite the proverb you read yesterday in class, you write it down 12 times in your copybook. East or west holds best. Home means house. Every day for many, many months. Always something about a house. Or my children to be taught nothing more.
Yesterday we were taught the world is a round ball which spins on a stick through the middle of it. But everyone knows the world rides on the back of a great turtle, which keeps us running into the stars.
How can it be that everyone knows one thing if many people believe another thing?
Then which is true?
The world is a ball with a stick to it, I believe.
You believe? Does that mean you do not know? But you must know. You're a king.
Someday you too will be king, and you too will know everything.
But how will I learn? And when will I know that I know everything?
When you are king. Read. When you are king, I do not know. I am not sure. I am not sure of anything. When I was a boy, world was better spot. What was so was so. What was not was not. Now I am a man. World have changed a lot. Some things nearly so. Others nearly not. There are times I almost think I am not sure of what I absolutely know. Very often find confusion in conclusion I concluded long ago. In my head are many facts that as a student I have studied to procure. In my head are many facts of which I wish I was more certain. I was sure. Is a puzzle. What to tell the growing sun? What, for instance, shall I say to him of women? Shall I educate him on the ancient lines? Shall I tell the boy as far as he is able to respect his wives and love his concubines? Shall I tell him everyone is like the other, and the better one of two is really neither? If I tell him this, I think he won't believe it, and I nearly think I don't believe it either. When my father was a king, he was a king who knew exactly what he knew. And his brain was not a thing forever swinging to and fro and fro and to. Shall I then be like my father and be both of the unmovable and strong? Or is better to be right, or am I right when I believe I may be wrong? Shall I join with other nations in alliance? If the lies are weak, am I not best alone? If the lies are strong with power to protect me, might they not protect me out of all I own? Is a danger to be trusting one another? One will seldom want to do what other wishes, but unless someday somebody trusts somebody,
start?
Blue is ocean. Red, cyan. Here is King of Cyan. In right hand his weapon. Show how he destroyed all who fight him. Green, Burma. Here is King of Burma. No clothes mean how poor is King of Burma.
Thank you, Lady Tang. Will you take my place? The map you have been looking at is a very old one. Today we have a surprise. Louis? A new map just arrived from England. It is a present from His Majesty, your King.
The Lord of Light.
Yes, the Lord of Light.
The whitest I am.
Aw, Cyan not so small. Hush.
But wait, let me show you England. See, England's even smaller than Cyan.
For many years before I came here, Cyan was truly just like that little white spot. But now I have been here for more than a year. I have met the people of Cyan, and I'm beginning to understand them.
You like us?
Oh, yes. I like you all very much. Very much indeed. It's a very ancient saying, but a true and honest thought, that when you become a teacher, by your pupils you are taught. As a teacher, I've been learning. You'll forgive me if I boast that I've now become an expert on the subject I like most. Getting to know you. Getting to know you. Getting to know all about you. Getting to like you. Getting to hope you like me. Getting to know you. Putting it my way, but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I'm with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Getting to like you, getting to hope you like me. Getting to know
Woo!
My goodness gracious, this starts out to be a lesson. Now let's get back to work. Does anyone have any questions?
What is that green up there?
Oh, that is Norway. Norway. Norway is a very cold place. It is sometimes so cold that the lakes and rivers freeze, and the water becomes so hard that you can walk on it.
Walk on water?
Yes, walk on water.
How is possible? Hard water?
It is not only hard, but very slippery too. When people try to walk on it, they slide and fall down. And not only do the lakes and rivers freeze, but the raindrops, as they fall from the sky, change into small white spots that look like lace. This is called snow.
Snow? Spots of lace?
Yes, the raindrops freeze on the way down from the sky.
And the raindrops turn to tiny stars?
I suppose you could call them stars. They are small and white.
There is my word of truth, and I do not believe in such thing as snow. And I do not believe Siam is so big. And then other countries so big.
Siam, biggest country in the world!
Well, what? How can schoolroom be so unscientific?
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, you seem to come to a misunderstanding. I was just describing snow to them, and they refuse to believe that there is such a thing.
Snow?
Yes, snow.
Ah, yes, from mountaintop.
From the sky.
From sky to mountaintop.
Sire, please. How does it come down from the sky?
Like this.
Thank you, sire.
I have seen pictures. Switzerland. Land all white with snow.
That's right, Your Majesty.
Who does not believe this?
Oh, well, after all, they have never seen it.
Never see? If they will know only what they see, why do we have school? Rise! Do not ever let me hear of not believing the school teacher whom I bring here at great expense. 20 pounds each month. 20 English pounds. Sterling. Children must learn. Teacher must teach. Not waste time instructing children in silly English song, Home Sweet House, to remind me of breaking promises I've never made.
Your Majesty, you did promise me a house. A brick residence adjoining the royal palace. Those were your words in your letter.
I do not remember such words.
I remember.
I will do remembering. Who is king here? I remind you, so you remember that. I do not know of any promises. I do not know anything except that you are my servant.
Oh, no, Your Majesty.
What? I say you are my servant.
No, Your Majesty, indeed. I am not your servant.
I would say your mother has bad manners.
Or would you? I say her father has no manners at all.
Louis! If you do not give me the house you promised, I shall return to England.
I believe in snow. You don't want to go away.
I let you do nothing that is not my pleasure. It is my pleasure you stay here. You stay here in palace. In palace.
No, Your Majesty.
I give you service. I give you bigger room.
That is not the point, Your Majesty.
Why wish you to leave these children, all of whom love you so extraordinarily?
I do not wish to leave them. I love them too, quite extraordinarily. But I cannot stay in a country where a promise has no meaning.
I will hear no more about this
A land
promise.
where there is talk of honor, and a wish for Siam to take her place among the modern nations of the world, where there is talk of great changes, but yet where everything still remains according to the wishes of the king.
Say no more.
I will say no more because I have no more to say. Come.
Out and out!
And while we're on the subject side, there are certain goings on around this place that I wish to tell you I do not admire. I do not like polygamy or even monogamy. I realize that if your eyes look clear, it makes them think of me. But I am from a civilized animal rails, where men like you are kept in county jails. In your pursuit of pleasure, you have mistresses that treasure you. They have no ken of other men besides who make them measure you. A longer sheep and you're the only rag. No wonder you're the wondrous I am. Well, I'm rather glad I didn't say that. That's with the women right there. Oh, and the children. The children, the children. I not forget the children. No matter where I go, I'll always see those little faces looking up at me. At first, when I started to teach, they were shy, kneeling down to preach. But lately I thought one or two have been caught by a word I have said or a sentence I read, and I've heard an occasional question that implied at the least a suggestion that the work I was trying to do was beginning to show with a view. That bridge to Longhorn is very like his father. He's stubborn, rotten, insensitive, and smart. I must leave this place before they break my heart. I must leave this place before they break my heart. Oh my goodness, I had no idea it was so late. Shall I tell you what I think of you? You're spoiled. You're a conscientious worker, but you're spoiled. Giving credit where it's due. There's much I like in you, but it's also very true that you're spoiled. And everybody's always bound to the king. Everybody has to grow to the king. By your good eyes you are blessed, by your ladies you caress, but the one who loves you best is the king. All the bowing and the telling to remind you of your royalty, I find you most disgusting exhibition. I wouldn't ask a Siamese cat to demonstrate his loyalty by taking this ridiculous position. How would you like it if you were a man playing the part of a toad, crawling around on your elbows and knees, eating the dust in the road? Toads, toads, all of your people are toads. Yes, Your Majesty, no, Your Majesty, tell us how low to go, Your Majesty. Make similar decrees, Your Majesty. Don't let us hop off our knees, Your Majesty. Give us the cake if you please, Your Majesty. Give us the cake if you would, Your Majesty. That was good. Your Majesty. Who is it?
Mrs. Anna, it is I, Lady Tian.
At this hour, be my one moment, Lady Tian.
on Siam. They describe King as barbarian and suggest making Siam protectorate.
That is outrageous. The king is many things I do not like, but he is not a barbarian.
Then you will go to him?
You mean advise him?
Cannot sound like advice. King cannot take advice. And if you go to him, he will not bring up subject. You must bring it up.
No. It's all my principles, certainly without having asked for it.
He wished to be a new blood king with Western ideas. It is hard for him, Mrs. Anna. And there is something else. Princess Pelton. I do not tell King about this. This I will deal with in my own way. But for these other things, he need help, Mrs. Anna.
He has you.
I am not equal to his special needs. He could be great man, but he needs special help. He needs you.
Lady Sam, please do not think I am being stubborn, but I cannot go to him. I will not.
What more can I say to you? This is a man who thinks with his heart is not always wise. This is a man who stumbles and falls, but this is a man who tries. This is a man who forgive and help and protect as long as you You will not always say what you would have him say, but now and then he'll say something wonderful. The thoughtless things from you will hurt and worry you. Then all at once he'll do something wonderful. He has a thousand dreams that won't come true. You know that he believes in the thoughts enough for you. You'll always going on to defend him when he's wrong, and tell him when he's strong. He is wonderful. He's always been along, and so he'll get you along. A man who needs your love can be
Did you succeed? Where did she go to?
She will go. She knows he needs her. Tell her.
I will tell him she is anxious to come. I will make it clear that she is.
That also will be true. This woman knows many things, but this, I think she does not know. She'll always go on to defend him when he's wrong,
stands written by him that the world was created in 6 days. You know and I know, it took many ages to create the world. I think he shall have a fool to have written so. What is your opinion?
Well, Your Majesty, the Bible was not written by men of science, but by men of faith. It was their explanation for the miracle of creation, which is the same miracle whether it took 6 days or many centuries.
You've come to apologize.
Sorry, Your Majesty.
Good. You apologize.
Your Majesty,
I accept.
Your Majesty, nothing that has been said can alter the fact that in my country, when someone makes a promise, they...
Silence! Tell me about President Lincoln of America. Shall Mr. Lincoln be winning this war he is fighting at present? Does he have enough guns and elephants for transporting the same?
I do not think they have elephants in America, Your Majesty.
No elephants! Then I shall send him some. Right there to Mr. Lincoln.
Now?
Now when us now is always best time.
Very well, Your Majesty.
From Muhammad. By the blessing of the highest super agency in the world of the whole universe, the King of Siam, sovereign of all tributary countries adjacent and around in every direction, etc., etc., etc. You do not have any respect for me. Why do you stand over my head? I cannot stand all the time, and in this country no one's head shall be higher than the king's. Now in the present you shall so conduct yourself always in this.
You mean on the floor? I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I shall try my very hardest not to let my head be as high as yours, but I simply cannot grovel on the floor. I couldn't possibly work that way or think.
You are a very difficult woman. If you observe care, the head shall never be higher than mine. If I shall sit, you shall sit. If I shall kneel, you shall kneel, etc., etc., etc.
Very well, Your Majesty.
Is promise.
Is promise.
Good. To his royal presidency in the United States of America, Abraham Lincoln, etc. It has occurred to us that if several pairs of young male elephants were to be turned loose in the forests of America, after a while, they would increase.
Your Majesty, only male elephants?
You put in details. Tonight my mind is on other matters. Very important matters.
Anything you would like to discuss with me, Your Majesty?
Why should I discuss important matters with woman?
Very well, Your Majesty. I shall go back to my room. May I say good night?
Good night.
Your Majesty.
What?
I was wondering, when the boat arrived in Singapore...
Singapore.
Was there any news from abroad?
News? Yes, there are news. They call me barbarian.
Who?
Certain parties who would wish to use this as an excuse to steal my country. Suppose you were Queen Victoria of England and somebody tell you King of Siam is barbarian. Do you believe?
Well, I'm a
You will, you will, you will. You will believe that I'm barbarian because there is no one to speak otherwise.
But this is a lie!
It is a false lie.
So, what have you decided to do about it?
You guess.
Well, if someone was sending a big lie about me to England, I shall do my best to send the truth to England. Is that what you decided to do, Your Majesty?
Yes, that is what I have decided to do. But how? You guess how I shall do this.
Well, Your Majesty, my guess is that when Sir Edward
Ramsay.
the British diplomat,
Ah, yes, all the way from Singapore. When he is here, I shall take opportunity of expressing my opinion of English thieves who wish to steal Siam. I will show him who is barbarian. What is this face you put on?
well, Your Majesty, my guess is that you will not fire Sir Edward.
I will not.
No, you will entertain him and his party in an especially grand manner, and then they will return to England and report to the Queen that you are not a barbarian.
Naturally, this is what I have intended to do.
This is the only way to get the better of the British. Stand up to them and put your best foot forward. It is only an expression, Your Majesty. It means show them your most intelligent man and most beautiful women. Edward does admire beautiful women.
Edward? You call him this?
I knew him before I was married.
But shall it be proper for British dignitary to see my woman with no shoes on their feet? Shall it be proper for them to put their best bare foot forward? No. Sir Ramsay will go back until Queen Victoria I am barbarian. Why do you not think of this?
We shall dress them in European fashion.
You mean dress them in dresses?
How many women in the kingdom can I have sew for me?
All women in the kingdom. How many dresses?
That depends on how many ladies are chosen by Your Majesty.
You will say it was most like European for dressing like same. Wake up everybody, wives, etc., etc., etc. I shall command Chinese artists to make their faces very red, and we shall educate them in European customs and manner for presentation.
I wonder how much time we shall have.
Sir Ramsay's gunboat last reported off Swampville. How long do you think depends on how many ports he holds? Let us say we have 1 week.
1 week, Your Majesty, only 1 week?
In this time, the whole world was created, Moses said. Are there any details I do not think of so far?
We shall give them a European dinner.
I was going to.
And a ball with music.
Music. And dancing.
Yes, Your Majesty, and dancing.
Why do you not think of dancing?
It is a very inspired idea, Your Majesty. Oh, and we shall give them a play. Tim has written a version of Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Ha! We shall give them theatrical performance. We shall show them who is barbarian. Line up. Ladies here, on Saturday next at 9 o'clock post-meridian, we shall give fine dinner, European dinner. You're to instruct steward during the week. He shall make eminent European dishes for tasting. I shall taste, and school teachers shall taste. You will say who is most like European lady for dressing like same. You are to make tablecloth of finest white silk for a very long table. Also instruct court musicians to learn music of Europe for dancing, etc. What? Am I free to invite children at this moment? This is how we must be more scientific with children. For the next week, the men and women of my kingdom will work without sleeping until all is ready. But what is not done, each man and woman shall be beaten 100 strokes. Everybody must know the thing today. Above all, someone must not be worried by anything.
Your Majesty, look.
Fireworks? Fireworks at this hour of the morning. No matter where fireworks would be. Your Majesty, the British, the gunboats, they attack? No, they salute, and we answer with fireworks. Is there a Ramsay in his body?
Now?
Now, they must have come direct from Sofma. No stops.
No stops, Your Majesty, no stops.
Tell me to go back. We are not ready. Not ready, Your Majesty. You do not know. You do not know. I have been the best idea I ever had.
Still we do it. You can do it.
Ha! When the English arrive, we shall put them to bed. Tomorrow we shall send them on sightseeing trip.
We shall start this minute. Work. Be upon the 18 hours, but we shall do it somehow.
I shall do. You shall help me.
Yes, Your Majesty.
No one shall sleep tonight or tomorrow. We shall work even when the sun shines in the middle of the day. We shall... Ah! Priest! Come down. Come down. First we ask help from Buddha. Bow to him. Bow, bow, bow. Bow. Oh, Buddha, give us the air, your strength, and your wisdom. And help us residence adjoining the royal palace, according to agreement, etc., etc., etc. Undergarments? Of what importance are undergarments at this time?
Great importance, Your Majesty.
Are you wearing undergarments?
Of course, Your Majesty.
That a woman has no legs is useless to protect. Wherefore then swollen skirt?
The wide skirt is symbolic. It is a symbol in which a woman is protected.
Is this necessary? Englishmen are so aggressive. I did not know that.
I said it was symbolic.
These undergarments, they're devised in ornamental and symbolic manner, yes?
Sometimes.
This is what you are going to wear.
Why, yes, Your Majesty. Do you like it?
This is what all other visiting ladies shall look like.
Most of it, I believe.
You are certain it is customary, etc., etc., etc.
Why, yes, I am very certain it is customary. What is so extraordinary about bare shoulders? Why, your own lady.
Ah, yes, but it's different. They do not wear so many coverings up on other parts of body, etc., etc., therefore.
And therefore what?
Is different.
Sorry, His Majesty does not approve.
I do not say I do not approve, but I do say I...
Majesty, the English, they're in the palace.
No, they will do nothing of the kind.
Herewith shall be a list of subjects you shall try to bring up or talk. On such subjects I am very brilliant and will make great impression. You begin with Moses.
Yes, Your Majesty, but remember, poor Frank is the editor of the newspaper and saying, oh, dear Edward, oh, this is dreadful.
Why have you not educated these girls in English custom of spying glass?
Oh, my monocle. Salad pie time. Hello, Anna, my dear.
Hoo hoo hoo!
Your Majesty, may I present Sir Edward Ramsay?
Your Majesty.
I'm sorry, sir. My ladies have not given good impression.
On the contrary, I've never seen such a good impression in so short a time. It's most attractive too.
Tomorrow you must meet my younger pupils, His Majesty's children. They have made wonderful progress.
I shall be delighted. How many children have you, Your Majesty?
77 now, but I have not married very long. Next month expecting 3 more.
No problem at all finding an heir to the throne, is there? I suppose I shall apologize for wandering this room. The party got ahead of me and...
So happy to serve the visitors. His Majesty, of course.
It was your postscript to Majesty's letter that really brought me here.
Postscript?
His Majesty was most delighted you decided to accept his invitation. Weren't you, Your Majesty?
I was happy. Your Majesty, dinner is about to be served, but I would first like to introduce your guest to you in the reception. Dinner!
You have met?
Your Excellence.
And my good looking lovely than ever.
Thank you, Edward.
Found a job to do, eh? People you can help. That's it, isn't it? Extraordinary how long it's attached to you need one. Do you hear that? When we danced that once? Bombay, still dance?
Not very often.
You should.
Oh, Edward, I think you better.
And I don't get homesick.
Edward, I told you I had nothing there. No one.
And do you know once I should marry me? Before tomorrow came along?
Oh, dear Edward.
Dancing after dinner!
I'm sorry, sir. I'm afraid I started talking over old times.
Well, my impression is I will be a helpful seating of guests at dinner table, etc., etc., etc.
In that case, we better be going in.
Yes, better be going in. I'm out.
His Majesty made an excellent point about Moses the other day. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a trance. You'll fly down the street on a chance that you'll meet, and you'll meet not really by chance. Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All my memories are happy to good. I've got a love of my own. I've got a love of my own, like
It is immoral for a king to drown in pursuing slavery to sea. Immoral, immoral. Tupton shall know of my displeasure.
Your conversation with dinner is most amusing.
I was forced to laugh myself. I was so funny.
Her Majesty Queen Victoria would be pleased to know that we've come to such felicity of dream about Sam.
I am very happy thereof. Very happy.
Then in that case, with permission, I shall take my leave. Goodbye, Anne, my dear. It's lovely seeing you again.
Goodbye. Well, I think everything's all over. Your Majesty, may I take off my shawl? It's a very hot night. So very pleased about everything.
I am aware of your interest. I wish to say you have been great help to me in this endeavor. I wish to make a gift. Hope you will accept. Put it on, Fiedler. Put it on, put it on, put it on.
Your Majesty, I don't know what to say.
When one does not know what to say, it is time to be silent. A white elephant has been discovered in the forest of Ayutthaya.
You consider this a good omen, Pete?
Yes, everything going well with us.
Everything going wrong with us.
Ooh, sorry, Your Majesty. Overweight. Come in. Well, Your Majesty. Secret police are here. They will make report to you. You will wait here.
Secret police?
Your fingers shine.
It is a present. His Majesty. I don't know what to say. After all, the girl in my country would not accept such gifts from men, but after all, I guess he is a king. In fact, it rather kind of puts me in a rather embarrassing position. I was just going to ask for a rise of salary, and now...
And now shall be able to ask.
Very. I don't suppose you could ask him for me about my rise in salary.
I think I shall do the same for you. For this is a very strange world where men and women are very blind to things nearest to them.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I do not know what you mean, but...
No, and that does not matter. And I do not think you will raise your salary anyway. Good news and bad news come together. You will please stay up all night until we have further report on item of captivity. I intended to do so, Your Majesty.
I shall be able to...
No, please, I wish to speak with you.
Is everything all right, Miss Tuptim?
I do not know, nor do I think it is the most important thing I must tell you. It is of greater interest that the English think highly of me. Secret police sent her coffee after dinner, and they listen what they talk and report conversation back to me.
You have been spying on your guests, Your Majesty?
How else can you find the truth? It appears I have made an excellent impression. It is clear they do not think me barbarian.
This is what you have intended to prove.
What we have intended to do.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Doctor,
What about her?
she is missing from palace. You know something of this.
The last time I saw her, she was at the theater, really.
This is the last time anyone...
And explain